everyone, it's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and I'm about to head out. I got my scrap metal loaded up. This is off the trailer that we're going to use for the new chicken coop, and I got it all loaded up. Jason strapped it down for me, and I'm about to head over to the recycling center to see just how much this scrap will bring. Y'all be taking guesses. I'm going to turn the camera around, let you get a good look. I'm not very good at this, I found out. I'll think that I'm gonna get $80 and I get 8. So y'all be the judge. We're headed there now and y'all are gonna get a better look. So from one end to the other, the trailer is full of scrap that came off of the trailer that we're gonna use for the new coop. And any little bit that can be recouped for that build is appreciated, and this metal will not end up in a landfill but recycled. So there is a little piece of fence here that came from where I did the cleaning up of the side of the property, but other than that, this is all from the trailer. So let's get on it. Let's get on to the recycling center and see how many pennies or dollars I can get for this hunk of metal. All right, y'all, we're going across the scale. And I'm just sitting here looking at this speaker here. All right, that means it's time to go. And I tell y'all what, we've had some rain and it is a muddy mess back here. As a matter of fact, the gentleman told me they were closed. And so I called what I thought was another location, and indeed it was this one. They have changed locations, and I called, and when I did, they said, well, we're open, we're just going to go take the sign down now. So needless to say, it's a muddy mess back here. But there is a lot of scrap metal, and mine's just going to be added to it. And they can melt it down and make whatever they want to out of it. All right, so they got it unloaded. And I thought I was going to get stuck. I did put it in four-wheel drive. And I'm going to go back over the scales. They're going to weigh me. And then we'll see what kind of money I'm going to get out of this scrap. I'm guessing $63.40. I have no basis to go off of. That's just my guess. So here we go. All right, waiting on the speaker again. Hope that didn't scare y'all. Kind of scares me, even though I'm anticipating it. Y'all, I think Peaches could use these. Like for her grand entrance in the morning, you could let that down for her to go outside. I think she'd appreciate that. What do y'all think? She could take her choice between the red or the black. I think she'd want the red. All right, y'all, here's the grand reveal. $50.40. Which is more than I had before I came, and plus it's going to be melted down and reused. So I'm happy to get it out of my yard and out of sight. And I'm also happy to have a $50 bill in my hand. Now I want to know how many of y'all guessed $50.40, because if you did, you might be on to something. Who in the world pulls a 20-foot trailer to a doctor's office where there's nowhere to park because you're going to pick up something that you won at an auction on your way home? Hey, it's going to save me an hour by bringing the trailer to the doctor's office, but I have to walk about an hour to get to the truck. So y'all come along with me as I get back to where my trailer's parked, a long way from the doctor's office. We're getting closer. I had to go to that building as far as you can see down there. And you see there was nowhere to park around here. So I parked all the way across the street on the other side of the road with my trailer. We're gonna get there eventually. So you guys probably wonder, why was I pulling a trailer to the doctor? And here I am. I'm at auction yard. One of our wonderful followers reached out to us and told us about an equipment auction that was being held up in North Alabama around my doctor's office. And I was excited when I found it, and just as excited as I am right now, except for one thing. So this is a trencher, and I won it at the auction for a good deal. And we have a lot of trenching we need to do at the farm because we need to get well water over to the pond. We've got electricity that we need to run over to the pond if we ever want to have a fountain. Just a lot of things that need to be done. Water placed in different areas, and a trencher is something that rents for, in our area, about $500 for a day. And we have to have the top of the line because we have such rocky ground. So $500 per day. We decided if we owned one, we could get a lot more done. Maybe even sell it when we get finished with it. But I won this one. And I won a couple of other things too. But I won 2 of these on accident. I bid on the same trencher twice. I won 2 of them. So I'm going to try to sell one of them. And y'all should have seen Jason's face when I told him I won the trencher. But I didn't win just one. I won 2. I won 2 trenchers. So they're both going home with me today, to where I will try to get it advertised for sale. I'm going to sell it for what I paid for it, give somebody else a good deal because of my mistake. Now, they did not offer for me to not pay for it. Your bid is your word, and I mashed bid. So it was my fault, and I'm the one that's going to have to deal with it. So y'all, they're about to load up the second trencher, and we'll see what happens. Well, the last I told y'all was that I bought 2 trenchers. Now look, you could have not done that. I'm already mad enough at myself, but I can't help but laugh about it either, Jason. If any of y'all are interested in a trencher for a skid steer, it will be for sale. Just send me a message and title it Skid Steer Trencher. I'll sell it to you for what I'm
going to ask Brent if he wants one.
You are?
I am.
Okay. I'll sell it to you at cost. So I'm back home, and I have the 2 trenchers in tow. And Jason, I bid and won you something that you wanted.
Yeah, you did.
All right, tell people about it.
She only got me one.
I know. I could have got 2. I could have got one for me and one for you. But I did. I only bought one. What is it?
It's a dustpan that's going to go on the back of Big Joe. And I'm thinking that once the barn's cleared out,
yeah,
that I can put Big Joe in there, and we can sweep the stuff into Big Joe, and I can take it and go. That's my plan.
Well, this is for a 3-point hitch, and it is called a dustpan.
Yeah.
It's in the back of the truck because I didn't have any more room on the trailer with these 2 trenchers on it. But yeah, yeah. So the dustpan's going to come in convenient too. Now,
and it can work on Big Orange too.
Oh, it can. It can work on whatever we need to put it on. So,
but Big Joe needs something to do.
You know, I just told my mama that I drove this trailer to the doctor, and she said, "You did what?" And I said, "Yeah, I parked the trailer a few blocks away, and I walked to the appointment." And I showed y'all that. But this morning, I took the scrap metal before I went to my appointment because I had to have the trailer. So I was in my work clothes then. I put my clothes on to go to the doctor. The doctor said that I have to wear this at night because my finger does not go straight. That's as good as I can do it right now.
Oh,
and I was concerned about that, and he is too, because he says it's supposed to go straight right now, and it's not. So I have to wear this at night and straighten my...
You know what?
What?
Got you some more scrap metal right here.
Yeah. He's right about that. I got some more scrap metal because this is just a crate that they shipped it in.
Oh, goodness.
Wear this at night to straighten my finger out, and it hurts to straighten it out. And the worst news that I could have heard was the fact that he has to do surgery to take my pins out. So Jason, cranked up the side-by-side, and the last thing I was telling y'all is that I did not get the news I wanted at the doctor. I thought that they would be taking the pins out of my hand today, and I thought they were just going to do it in the office. Boy, was I wrong. I was told that I have to be put under to take my pins out of my fingers, and it's another surgery. So then I had to go and have blood work done before my surgery because it's been over a month at the time of the removal. So y'all, I tell you what, this hand has been a mess. I'm ready to get it over with and on my way. I know y'all are tired of hearing about it, but I said, look, is there any way possible you can take these pins out without putting me under? I'm not a squeamish person at all. I'd like to sit there and watch them take it out. Some of y'all may think I'm crazy, but it just doesn't bother me. And I'd rather not have that anesthesia. I want to call it an anesthesia hangover, because literally I did not feel myself for 2 weeks after that. And I think it has to do with being put under. So they said, well, this is what you'll have to do. You'll have to follow the protocol the night before, not eat anything after midnight, not drink anything. Just act like you're having surgery, and they will put a local in there and try to get the pins out. But sometimes they can't get them out, and they have to put you to sleep because you can't endure the pain that's involved, or they have to do something that they don't want to do with you being awake. And so I said, well, that's what I'd like to do then. I just want to try to be awake, and I want to try to, go through it without anesthesia. So that's the plan. Next Thursday, y'all. Next Thursday. They'll call me Wednesday with a time that I'll go into surgery. I will have to go to the surgery center and just hope that I can get this done with the local rather than the anesthesia needed. I'm going to go put my work clothes on and see what I can't get done, because I have spent all day away from this farm and I got things to do. I got my old work clothes on. It's getting late in the afternoon, about 4:15, but I can't stand to be on the road all day doing things and not feeling like I got any work accomplished. So today I was able to get the chicken coop. This is not a chicken coop. This is a dog kennel put together, put in the back of the Bighorn side-by-side, and I'm going up to the barn to see what I can get done as far as moving some chickens that need to be moved. Now, y'all know in the past we've been using our Cog Hill bus, Cog County school bus, the yellow bus that we move around from place to place, to put juvenile chickens in to let them know where to go back to at night. We lock them up for a week, 2, 3, whatever we feel is necessary for them to know where their home is, so they do come back to roost at night. So this is no different. This is going to be just another day of moving juvenile chickens into that bus. A lot of y'all have asked, in the new coop, will we do this? And we really hadn't thought about it until y'all started talking about it. It is definitely an asset to us to be able to have an area that we can take a door on and off, make it big enough for all the hens, or make it to where the juvenile hens can get adjusted to where they're going to live the rest of their life. So I think it is something to consider for sure. Now, I also talked about taking this yellow coop that we've been using and putting it somewhere more stationary for chicks that get up in size or grow outs or whatever, because I'm always going to have those. Right now, we've been putting them in the barn, in the stalls, which is fine. But if we have an injured animal or something that needs to occupy that stall at the time because it's hurt or whatever, I don't want to wish anything, but those chickens would be in the way, and it would kind of be not ideal. So I don't know. I don't know what our plans are. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear. But right now, I got to get up to the barn and get these chickens moved. I ran into my special friend, Miss Pink, who is having her can of food here today at the barn. And I'm usually not recording this late in the afternoon. So this day, I had not fed her early today. Today's a late day. But she was here and ready to be fed. And I'm glad she was, because I know everybody likes to see Miss Pink, who has that notch in her ear. We had nothing to do with that. She's a shelter cat, and that indicates that she has been spayed. So if she were to be released, they would not trap her and do that again. Now, this was done when she was a small kitten. So I try to state that for people that don't know why she has that notch cut in her ear. It's not an injury. It's something they did at the shelter that we had no control over. So Miss Pink, I'm glad you showed everybody your beautiful face today. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your meal. And I know we'll see you a little bit later when you come to get your dry food. Something that we contemplated doing, since it is kind of like summertime here in Alabama, is removing the cab off of the bighorn. And y'all, I'm gonna say, I am so glad Jason did not remove that cab. We have had over 11 inches of rain the month of May here in Alabama at our house now. And it has came in handy when I have these sides zipped up and it's pouring down rain and I need to get from point A to point B and don't want to get in the car. This bighorn with the enclosed zipped cab is perfect. And I can zip the back window out. I can zip this one out, and I'm cool enough to do whatever I need to do. All right, y'all, got my tools loaded up that I need, which is a dog kennel, and I'm in the stall with my chickens they're big enough to be moved now. So I have my black copper Marans. I have some Americanas. I have some Colombian rocks. Those are the white ones with the black on them. And then I have some silver laced Wyandottes. And they are all needing to be moved. You can tell that they are still a little bit skittish, but that's okay. They, when I come in here, they know that I'm in here to feed them. And I've got my dog kennel over here in the corner, so I'm gonna do my best to get them loaded up and moved over to the new home. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
One hand operates the door and your 3 hands, that's a joke.
I forgot about my third one.
I forgot about your third one. All right, did you count them?
No, I ain't counting.
Did you count those trenchers I bought?
Well, I know how many trenchers you got.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get them moved.
Okay.
All right, ladies, and hopefully no gentlemen. Y'all are all still kind of congregated there to one size, but this is about the same size as the stall was. And Jason has left to go get y'all's water and your feeder, and we're gonna let y'all stay in here just for a limited time, and then you'll be able to go out in free range with all of your friends. And guess what? We're in the works of building y'all a new chicken Taj Mahal. That's not gonna be what it's called, but it's going to be what it is to me for a while, until we get it completed anyway. All right. Yeah, y'all spread out. Spread out. You even got a roost. You need to learn how to use that. All right. Thankful to Jason who went and got your water and your feed. And y'all have already found it, so I know everything's good. And I am so glad to get y'all moved over here, where y'all can learn how to use a roost at night and learn where you're gonna live for the rest of your days, even though it's not gonna be in this coop. Cheese said, welcome aboard. I could see y'all from underneath. And this is why we do this. They will get accustomed to seeing and hearing Cheese, and he will be able to see them and hear them. So it won't be like they're not supposed to be here once they go outside. And it is a little stressful for them to move, so we'll make sure, you know, everybody's okay and taken care of. If we notice anything off, we'll take care of those babies. Okay, girls, enjoy your first night away from your old home. Well, I appreciate you helping me, because I know you have already done a day's worth of work, and then I come home with a chicky-do list.
It's okay.
Literally, chicky-do list.
It's okay.
But you know what I'm loving?
What?
That gate right there.
You like the gate?
You know, we were hesitant when we purchased that, because we thought, well, it may not be very beneficial, but it's only been here a couple of days and I'm loving it.
This morning I took care of the chickens and
Don't tell me you crossed over the top.
well, the first day, this is my second day of doing it. My first day I crossed over. I used it when I came in, but when I went and fixed the water, I just crossed over and I was like, you goofball. Well, so this morning I didn't cross the gate. I used this.
You didn't cross the fence.
I didn't cross the fence. I used the gate every time when I filled up waters and all.
I'm thankful for the gate. I'm thankful for the gate because it was just a matter of time. I mean, I've tripped, I've dropped eggs, but it was a matter of time before I had pins in my ankles.
Yeah, or either try to catch yourself or you get it in your wrist.
That's right. Yeah. It was going to happen. So, you know, it's just a ease for both of us.
It is way easier.
All right. Well, we're already sweating. So you've been sweating all day. I've been in the air conditioner. I'm just glad to get something accomplished. You know, when you go all day and you just feel like you hadn't done anything when you get home?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Your day's over, sir. Mine is too.
Let's call it a day.
It's the end, though.
High five.
Sun's getting... Psych. You know what I'm scared of?
What?
I'm scared it's going to be like starting over when they take these pins out because I think I'm going to have stitches.
I asked Caden about it.
And what did he say?
Should I tell you?
Am I going to have stitches?
He just said it was worse on him getting them out than it was putting them in.
Oh, great Scott.
And I told him that you said you want a local anesthesia and not go under. And he said...
Well...
But his was totally different. His was the ankle and foot.
His injury was more severe.
Way more severe.
Mine only involves one joint in my finger. Yeah. So I'm going to try it, and I'll let y'all know. Won't be my next video because I won't have my pins out by then.
Yeah.
But on the next one, I'll let y'all know. This was not news I wanted to hear, though. But it is what it is. So
I wanted to be up front. I think you should have known.
Well, I'm glad you told me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was one of my new girls, but it's not. Goodness gracious. We need bracelets on all these chickens' necks so I can tell who's who.
Put some numbers on them.
Put some numbers on them. Yeah. All right. Well, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video of me making bad decisions. And I will try to do better in the future. And y'all be good.